Yeah, we sitting there Mountaintop Network Radio. I tell it to the young, I tell it to the old. You got to come to the Sports Revival to fill up your soul with all that good sports talk. But every now and then, I got to call out a name and look over my shoulder, and he's right there. I'm talking about my good friend, till the end. We talking about big brother R.M. Dess is in the house, y'all. Left-handed is in the building. What's going on, Chad? What's going on?
Cool, man. Cool. Just, maintaining, enjoying, the days to my birthday next week, man. Just trying to live. That's all. Maintaining.
Yeah, man. We sitting there live, y'all, right here, Mountaintop Network Radio. It's a sports revival, man. But look, left-handed, it's a lot that's going on in the NFL right now. Training camps and got started all over in the leagues or whatever. And a lot of free agents, they starting to be picked up that wasn't picked up earlier, in the off season when teams was in OTAs prior to the draft this year. It was a lot of free agents out there, unrestricted free agents. And one that was most notably, one that stood out the most, especially within the quarterback position, is Colin Kaepernick. As you all know, we've been talking about this thing here on the Sports Revival. We done got Crystal with their thoughts. We done heard you, the Revivalites, the Revivalists, the people's thoughts. Y'all done heard my thoughts on this. But, I just want to make sure, left-handed, that my mind is not confused and my heart is not worried and a little bit troubled about the things that's going on around this young man, Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee for the injustices that he felt what was going on to be with Black America. He took that knee to symbolize that he is a voice, that he understands the frustration of what it is that Black America is going through right now. And by him taking a knee, he received a lot of backlash. He received a lot of praise, but he also, most notably, he received a pink slip from the San Francisco 49ers at the end of the year, left-handed. And ever since then, he can't buy a job. He can't even go into McDonald's right now and say, I'm going to be your starting quarterback.
Yeah, all of that is true, you know what I'm saying? But I think that it kind of like glosses over the fact of why he's doing it. The effect is him not being able to be signed by an NFL team. The cause is him standing up for something that a lot of us wouldn't even do because we're fearful of that job. He was so strong on his square and in his convictions that he said, you know what? The money is secondary. It's about the principle. And I have to applaud him because at the end of the day, we all know what it is as far as him trying to get reconnected with the NFL and, trying to, quote unquote, get a job when his job is right now to try to get his people together. So I'm not going to make light or try to champion a cause that he's doing a really, really good job at because he's putting his money that he has behind his word. He's not just serving a lot of lip service. He's not just saying it for the attention. The attention is mostly unwarranted, if you ask me, because there's a lot of people that have two-faced or two-sided opinion. They'll say Kaepernick is wrong for what he's doing, but then they'll say they agree with it. So how can you play both ends against the middle? Colin Kaepernick is not playing both ends against the middle. Colin Kaepernick is letting you know, under no uncertain terms, what he stands for or what he won't stand for, what he's about, and what he's been about. We all know Rev T, the Revivalettes, the Revivalites. Everybody knows that what he's going through is unjust. We can say what we want to say. But still, again, the NFL owners are the ones who are kind of playing themselves out. Because, again, we know that they hire killers. I don't know if you know about how I give it up. I'm not, tied to anybody, so nobody's going to suspend me or kick me off their network or whatever. So I'm going to spit that ism. All right? Let me put that out there first. The NFL is known for harboring fugitives, killers, rapists, wife cheaters, drug abusers, all that.
Talk about it.
So, again,
took a knee, though.
At the end of the day, when somebody stands up for a social injustice and you try to play him out, you're doing nothing but showing who the hell you really are. And I'm glad that Colin Kaepernick is shining a light on you. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to mess with you. My job is to talk about it, and that's what I'm going to do. But as far as trying to support it and all that, I'm going to speak to this Colin Kaepernick issue, and I don't care whether you like it or not. Because I enjoy the feedback. I'm at RN Vets, left-handed on Twitter. And I feel that this man is being done wrong. We should get into it. And at first, I'm going to tell you the truth. I wasn't rocking with Kaepernick, but this was before all that, because I think he stole Alex Smith's job, but that's another story. I think that whatever you say about Colin Kaepernick, you have to, preface it with he's standing up for what he believes in. That's all. And as far as the Ravens is concerned, I'm going to get into that a little bit. I kind of agree with the Ravens, Rev, and I'm going to tell you why. But I'm going to get into that later. I'm going to let you do what you do, but I'm going to tell you why I kind of agree with the Ravens not being the particular choice or the particular team for Colin Kaepernick in this situation. I'm going to tell you why, but I'm going to let you do what you do. We're going to get into that later on. I'm left-handed. I'm in the building with my man Rev T, and we on the Rev T Sports Revival, man. We chopping it up, hard body karate. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. He say straight hard body karate. That's what he mean. I tell it to the young. I tell it to the old. You come to the Sports Revival to fill up your soul with all that good sports talk. But listen here, though, left-handed. We sitting there talking Colin Kaepernick, the injustices that he's been receiving from the NFL, teams. Not so much from his peers, but from the NFL. And the thing about it is, how could I say this? We're saying he's being bamboozled by the NFL, but there's no trail that's we can really stand on, left-handed, to say that he's being bamboozled by the NFL. But yet and still, when you take a look around at the scenery as what's going on, this looks like a bamboozle party. And only reason why you really see teams like the Baltimore Ravens sitting there really trying to go with him or possibly trying to sign him because his quarterback is injured. Flacco got them back issues now. And as we all know, once a quarterback starts having back issues, that's bad business. So, being that that's being said or being that said, however I'm trying to hell to say this, you know what I'm saying, left-handed. But what I'm trying to say is, all in a nutshell, they went to Ray Lewis. And they said, okay, Ray, we brought him in for a tryout. And what you think about us going on and signing him up? And as I had Crystal Adele on the show with me yesterday, you just to kind of abreast the people, if you missed episode 230 of the Sports Rivals on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, and it's on YouTube now, y'all. Y'all can catch it all as well as Facebook. Rev T Sports Revival page. You can go look it up. But what I'm trying to say is, left-handed, the Baltimore Ravens, they went to Ray Lewis and they said, well, Ray, what do you feel about us if we brought this young man aboard? You know, what would you do to try to help nurture him or get him back going? And well, instead of Ray Lewis going to the public, he went privately. I mean, instead of him going privately and talking to Colin Kaepernick, he went publicly on national TV, and he started spitting about, you know, you need to just shut your mouth and let your game speak for itself on the field, and your private life, what you believe in, keep that to yourself. And yesterday, again, if you was listening to 230, before we wrap this segment up, I put out one thing, and I want to hear Left Hand your thoughts on these particular things that I'm about to put out about Ray Lewis. And just ask yourself, have you seen these things? Because when I asked Crystal Adair, Motivational Minutes, right here, Mountaintop Network Radio, and listen here, yo, she got a good show coming in the fall, y'all. Gonna really touch some people's lives, hit some hard home issues, left-handed. We look forward for her to coming on here, right here on Mountaintop Network Radio. But left-handed, though, let me ask you this about Ray Lewis. Have you seen Ray Lewis out there protesting with the people? I ain't talking about the hype speech he made when they killed the young man in Baltimore. No. That was just a hype speech. Have you seen him out there marching with the people for injustices for Black America? Left-handed?
Nah, I haven't seen Ray Lewis doing a lot of stuff.
Right. And hold on,
think,
hold your thoughts. Hold on, left hand. Let me get this all out, and I'm gonna shut up, drink my coffee, and then let me ask you something else, left-handed. Now you say they can say Ray Lewis out there giving people turkeys on Christmas and Thanksgiving. He out there buying book bags and tennis shoes for the kids, whatever. But can I tell y'all something? And I told y'all this yesterday. That's a tax write-off for all those other luxurious things he do in his life that he got to pay taxes on. That covers the taxes.
For those of y'all who don't know, he's exactly right. For those of you who don't know, he's dropping jewels right now. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just telling the people. So you know, be careful when you people talking about what they giving away. See, and I said this yesterday, and I say it again, left-handed. It's a difference between giving somebody something and giving them a 503 slip and giving them something. So,
right.
So being that it's said, my thing was, I said Ray Lewis should have said to the brother, I got your back. I'm going to hold you down, and everything you feel like need to be spoken about Black America, say it through me. And when you finish your career, I'm going to have everything laid out for you. But you wouldn't expect to get that from Ray Lewis. I'm just saying. Didn't he go to the White House? Not the White House, to Trump Towers to meet with Donald Trump?
Right.
But he told Colin Kaepernick to shut his mouth. And I'll say it again. Sound like Ray Lewis trying to audition for Roots 2018 playing fiddler, left-handed. Your thoughts?
Yeah. Listen, for as much as, you know, these guys and they are his contemporaries. They are his peer group. And for as much as, you know, they try to give advice, I think that, you know, Ray Lewis, Michael Vick, Cordell Stewart, those guys kind of like are going through like reverse, so to speak. And in Ray Lewis's case, dealing with the murder charge and, having his life, on the line. Michael Vick having to go through what he went through. Cordell Stewart in his situation, for them to comment and say that Colin Kaepernick should keep everything, to himself, or keep it on a low profile. I think that's wrong on a number of levels, because again, you have people, and not people like us. We have younger people. You know what I mean? They're looking for something to aspire to, something to grasp upon, something to hold tight to, something that's about something. You know what I mean? So for Ray Lewis, who had his day, okay, he had his day in the sunshine, he had his day under the clouds, for real. But he had a second chance at life. So for him to kind of, get on Colin Kaepernick's side, that's going to appease or offend, so to speak, a certain segment of people. Because they feel like, oh, we gave you a second chance at life. Because, again, they had this dude dead to rights. Same thing with Michael Vick. For him to say Colin Kaepernick should cut off his hair, who the hell is it for what? That has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand Michael Vick when he came out and told that man.
But you saw what that was, though. You know what I mean? You saw what that was.
Yeah.
Michael Vick, he's angry for a coaching spot, and he's angry, so he's got to say the right thing. He's got to toe the line. You know what I mean? He's got to walk the company line, man. He's got to say the right thing, because he's doing an assistant coaching gig right now. So he's got to say what they want to hear. And Cordell Stewart, okay, he's saying some stuff about, along that same vein, like he should keep it to himself. He should keep it under the cuff. Nobody wants to hear that. Knock it off. Everybody should hear that.
You mean why? Oh, you mean Cordell Stewart? He don't have no reason trying to tell nobody to keep their mouth quiet with him and his in the closet adventures. You know what I'm talking about? And when I say smacking booty,
he got his own issues. He has his own issues that he has to deal with. But here's the thing, though, Rev. Here's the thing, though.
That Cordell like smacking booty. And when I say booty, I ain't talking about no female booty either. Cordell better watch it. He better watch it. But go ahead.
Yeah, man. I think that a lot of these cats, man, are cats that have been through the fire and now trying to kind of redeem themselves in a sort of way. So for them to say, that Colin Kaepernick has a point, or Colin Kaepernick, should do what he does, is kind of defeating the purpose. So they have to have somebody who people in our life are going to look at it and say, well, damn, should we respect what Ray Lewis was talking about? Well, we know better. Who the hell is Ray Lewis to talk about what Colin Kaepernick should or should not do? Knock it off. And at this point, who the hell is Michael Vick to say that about Colin Kaepernick and what he's doing? Because Michael Vick had braids in his hair once upon a time, huh? So what are you telling me? Hey, Cordell Stewart, come on, man, knock it off, man. I'm not even trying to go there with that situation. So my point being is that you got the wrong cats out here trying to defend the NFL. Real talk, because there's no defense. You sending these weirdos, these criminals, these in-the-closet people, no offense to the in-the-closet people, out here to give me a message that what Colin Kaepernick is standing on the right end of social injustice, you telling me he said be quiet? Come on, yo. Who do you think you're talking to? Because you're not talking to me. You're talking to the people who you're trying to get a commercial from. You're trying to get a sneaker deal.
Right. And then left-handed.
You're trying to sell some cereal. Come on, now.
And then the thing
keep it 1,000. You can't tell me one thing and then turn around and say some old corporate nonsense. You're supposed to be from the same block I'm from. And yeah, I get the bigger picture of you. I get it. Yeah, but I'm not standing under no flag while I can't walk down the street in my neighborhood, minding my business before I get pulled over and ask, what am I doing there? Show my ID. What am I doing in my neighborhood? That's a Flatbush, Brooklyn. In my neighborhood, I can't walk. And I've been there 50 years. I'll be 51 next week. So, like, yo, what you telling me is Colin Kaepernick represents everything that we supposed to stand for. But you telling me it's wrong.
Yeah,
all right.
We sitting here live, y'all. We right here, Mountaintop Devil Radio. It's a sports revival. This how we bring it. See, we listen here. Some people scared to go down avenues and talk about some things. Man, we ain't scared of nothing over here. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, when you look at the landscape, when you look at the scenery of how Colin Kaepernick is being treated in the NFL, I'm going to stand on this. It's no paper trail, but you can see it. The handwriting is on the wall. And there's no wall to see the handwriting, but there is a wall where you see the handwriting.
That's right. That's right.
And so
that's right.
When you talk about how Colin Kaepernick is being treated, when they saying they're bringing somebody in from the CFL that's better than this man in this play, I can't believe this. You talking about a man that led his team almost to the Super Bowl? Didn't they get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they played the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
You see what I mean? So at the end of the day,
that's the one where the lights went out.
Right.
The Ravens against the 49ers.
Right. So at the end of the day is what I'm trying to say, left-handed, is it no way in the world that they can tell me that this man play went from a high to a low in the matter of a blink of an eye. You know, we're not talking about No, we're not talking about RG3 here. We not talking about RG3. We talking about Colin Kaepernick, who's a little bit more sound with his play. So I don't want to hear the masses talk about, RG. No, RG3 ain't got nothing to do with this. RG3 sitting there playing for the National Parking Lot League, making tapes for them. Is there a National Parking Lot League, left-handed?
Yeah, we got one of those out here.
Yeah,
the New York shopping cart.
Oh man,
the New York shopping cart. Yeah, we got a spot.
Oh man, the Parking Recreation Center League. Oh man, anybody can sign up. So
one Mississippi, two Mississippi, all right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you know, RG3 ain't got nothing to do with this business. That man was far better than RG3 in more ways than one, and they both ran the same scheme. So at the end of the day, what I'm just trying to say is that the way that they're carrying this, man, conducting their business, you know, what it is, they don't want to take their NFL dollars for him to flutter to support these issues in Black America. See, you got to look at the whole landscape of this whole situation. All the NFL owners are Caucasian, right? They white. What black owners we got in the NFL? But see, what you got to realize on the outside, they gonna say everything that's good to the ear. It's good to the ear. Oh man, we support Colin Kaepernick and blah 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 blah. Well, sign them up on your team. You hear that? You hear that, left hand?
Yeah.
But hold on. Back on the podium now. Oh, we support Colin Kaepernick, and we brought him here to give him a try. Well, are you? Here goes a reporter to somebody up on the podium for a team in the NFL. So are you going to sign him? Did he have a good workout? Colin had a good workout, and blah, blah. We're going to see what we're going to do. Are you going to sign him? So at the end of the day, the scenario, it is what it is. And if this man is not even on the sideline holding the damn clipboard this year, it's got to kind of make Black America and those who are concerned about issues and the injustice of Black America, it's going to start to make you wonder about the NFL. Hell, if I'm a player and I'm an African American playing in the NFL, it's gonna start to make me wonder. Cause I remember that Bama up in Philadelphia. Ain't he still on the team anyway? He like called.
Who that?
He ain't got a name to me. I don't even really know his name. The little wide receiver who like throwing the N-word out his mouth.
Riley Cooper. Nah.
But you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
See, now that's some nasty stuff there. He did it to himself. But at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, you know, you got to talk about this. Let's talk. What's the dude name who like beating women up in the NFL? What's his name? What was on the Dallas Cowboys team? Hardy.
Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy beat the women's ass all day long. He on somebody's roster. He was on somebody's roster. Ho. I ain't finished yet. Let me take it a little bit further. What's his name? Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. Ben who?
That Roethlisberger.
He like raping them. But he's still in the NFL. He the starting quarterback. So at the end of the day, hold on, I ain't finished. Oh, somebody living in the glass house throwing stones. Oh, Mr. Dog Catcher, Michael Vick. That glass house he living in. He throwing stones.
I mean, you could run the gamut. You could go Josh Brown, domestic violence.
Come on.
Ezekiel Elliott, domestic violence.
Come on.
You could run the gamut.
Come on. But they just get 4 games spent.
At the end of the day, yo, Colin Kaepernick's thing is not about a crime. It's about a social injustice. And it's the crime that is the cause of the social injustice.
Yeah.
Why are we getting dealt with at a different and much, crazier rate than other people are? And he's just calling attention to it. So again, I'm going to break it down to its simplest compound, Rav. Check this out right here.
Go ahead.
I said this at the beginning. I said this. Even when Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, back in the day, when he was, bad because he was doing his Islamic prayer, he was paying homage to himself and his religion during the national anthem, and they didn't like that, but that's another story. Listen, check this out here. If you're so adamant about the national anthem and people paying respect to it and standing during the flag, tell me that you're going to stop selling hot dogs, you're going to stop taking tickets, you're going to stop letting people in and out the game. Everything stops during the national anthem. We're not going to stop making money, so knock it off. So it's not that serious. It's not that serious at all. So once you can prove to me that you stop selling hot dogs during the national anthem, everybody stands at attention like they do in other countries, because if you don't, they chop your head off. So don't tell me about one guy who's taking a stand against something that we all see. Just because it don't happen to you, that don't mean it doesn't happen. And everybody that it happens to is not a victim of circumstance. They're a victim of happenstance. There's a difference. So you're not messing with no dummies over here. We've been through some things. We can relate to what Colin Kaepernick is talking about.
What he talking about.
We can also relate to what you're talking about and see right through it.
That's right.
So when people talk to the truth versus power, they want to call them crazy. They want to call them, they want to call them revolutionaries. They want to call them all types of names to get you thrown off the scent because we on their ass, straight like that. And I come from a crew and a people in the background that been here, and we've seen some things, and we're still around to talk to it. And like, what we got to do, man, is kind of like pay attention to what's going on behind the scenes. There's a big outcry, and as the season gets closer, You hear more and more people talking about they're going to turn the NFL off. And I'm one of them, Rev. And I'm going to say that. Because I think they're doing Colin Kaepernick real, real dirty. I'm not worried about Michael Vick. I'm not worried about Ray Lewis. I'm not worried about none of them other dudes. Because other dudes, they made choices.
Oh, yeah. And the thing about it, left-handed, I know about that black ball effect. I know the feeling of that black ball effect. I get it within the Redskin fan base. Yeah, I think I even get it from the Redskins at times. I'm not ashamed to talk about it. I think I get it from some Redskins reporters at times. But at the end of the day, though, like you said, it's more to what they see that's going on the outside. Than what they see in the 140 characters. They don't know about the nasty packages that's been sent to my house. Not once, but twice. They don't know about the attacks on my daughters. They don't know about the messages I done had on my cell phone. Right here on the radio show that tell me you need to stop what you doing. If not, you gonna pay the consequences. I even had what was it? NFL Cover 32. One of their writers that write for the Redskins went to CSN Mid-Atlantic, and they sit there and tried to defame me to almost 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And I went to NFL. Cover 32, and I talked to the founder, and you know what he said to me? I don't care. When I think about it, it's not my words, and
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what the Bama said. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the Bama said. He said, I don't care, it ain't my words, I'm blase. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. And then he say, the more I think about this, I'm done with it. Not my words, not my problem. I'm not going to try to help you anymore. He ain't never tried to help me from the beginning. But listen, then he threatened me. No need to go public either. You don't even have a leg to stand on. Actually, the Cover 32 site is stronger than you'll ever be.
I don't know.
But you see that though. But see, it's just words though, right? But see, you got to look at the underline of the words, the true message that the words was delivered. No need to go public. You don't have a leg to stand on, actually. So what they just basically told me was at Cover 32 was they told me, you shut your mouth. And if you think you gonna do something about it, then guess what? They ain't gonna listen to you. They won't. But do you understand what that is right there? That's that crooning. That's that, hey boy, shut your mouth. And what they doing to Colin Kaepernick is the same thing. Hey boy, shut your mouth. And as long as you speaking, as long as you down on bending knee, talking about the injustices of Black America today, guess what, boy? You ain't gonna have a job. But listen here though, we gonna make sure we do enough to say that we gave you a shot. But soon as that team come calling your name to come and try out, guess what? We making a phone call too to tell them to let you just sail on by.
Yeah. Let me say this though. Let me say this right quick. I think that the team that decides to take a chance is not only going to get a quarterback that is going to, help his team win. That's the main point. I think for all the people that would probably be against it at the beginning, I think would kind of like have to kind of like soften their stance. Because, again, there's a lot of people that are for Colin Kaepernick. So now if you can imagine the team taking a chance on him, imagine those new fans that might decide that want to be interested in what you're doing now. You know what I mean? So you got to look at it from both sides of that perspective. I see where a team might just say, you know what, let's do it. He's going to help us win, all right? Because Colin Kaepernick is not a bad quarterback. For all the stuff that people say out there, look his stats up. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm not going to stand up here and tell you that he's one of the best quarterbacks that has one of the best numbers in the league. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let the numbers speak for themselves. He's been in the Super Bowl. A lot of these quarterbacks that they're signing and bringing into camp have never even been to a Super Bowl besides watching it on TV. They're arena league quarterbacks. All right? They're one step or two steps past the recreational league. No disrespect, but it is what it is. And you're going to tell me a quarterback who's led his team to a Super Bowl has the ability to lead a team to victory, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'll leave it at that. You're going to tell me that you're going to give this dude the cold shoulder on principle? Principle of what? You're beating me in the head right now. And we see right through it. So a team that's going to like want to talk about being a team that's proactive, should I say, Rev? A team that's ahead of the curve, a team that's going to take a chance, a team that needs to win. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. So you're going to tell me right now that Colin Kaepernick, every team in the NFL, the 32 teams in the NFL, correct? Every team has 2 quarterbacks, some teams have 3. So you're going to tell me that Colin Kaepernick is not among one of the top 64, 65 quarterbacks in the NFL? You serious?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That man being black.
And you ain't even got to write football. You ain't even got to write football, yo. You don't even got to write football, but I'm telling you right now, what they doing to Colin Kaepernick is not right. Period. No matter what side of spin, no matter what you say, well, he should stand up. Knock it off. He can do what he want to do. Do you stand up when they play the national anthem when you watch the game?
That's that.
Do you take your hat off in your house?
That's right.
Come on, yo.
That's right.
Come on, yo. Come on, yo.
And then left-handed, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because, see, a lot of people, they use this as a way to attack him for other reasons. But they use this as the reason to say, oh, this is okay, why we can go at him.
That's why they full of nonsense, though. Man. I was gonna say something else, but that's why they full of it, yo. For real. That's why they can't tell me nothing. They're talking out of both sides of their neck. Stand on your square, man. Stand on your square, man. And that's exactly what Colin Kaepernick is doing, and that's exactly what the NFL is not doing.
And then if you think about it, you know, Colin Kaepernick, when you look over the board of the quarterbacks that's in the NFL right now, even some of these potential starting quarterbacks that they got on these rosters now, you can't tell me that Colin Kaepernick is by far worse than some of these NFL quarterbacks that they got started on some of these teams now.
That's right.
You cannot sit there and tell me that. You might go tell the monkey's ass that, and he might believe that. But when you telling real folk that, people that understand the game, that know the game, yeah, he's not perfect, no. But listen here, he ain't bad neither.
Oh.
And if you had to rank him in the top or whatever, in the quarterbacks in the NFL right now, Colin Kaepernick would be up there. And when you talk about ranking too, let me just throw this tidbit out here. 39th top selling jersey in the NFL right now. Colin Kaepernick. but he ain't on nobody's team.
Right. That's right.
But the 39th highest paid jersey in the NFL. Now, how many teams is in the NFL? 32.
32.
Right. And each team has a 53 plus 8 now, I think. It used to be 53 plus 5. I think they done added 8 for the practice squad now, right? Or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
53
Right.
plus 5 or 7, 8, whatever the hell they extended the practice squad on each team, right? Correct?
Yep.
And so now you take 53 plus whatever, and you multiply that by 32 NFL teams. That's a whole lot of players, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yet and still, this man is the 39th overall selling jersey in the NFL. But he ain't on nobody's team.
Somebody buying them jerseys. Somebody's buying them.
I'm just scratching my head. And so you can't tell me he can't be market. You can't tell me there's not a market for Colin Kaepernick. The thing is it the market that team won on their shoulder? See, let's talk about it. Because, see, let's talk about this, left-handed. We done talked about if a team or how the NFL, we feel like others, again, no concrete trail, no paper trail, but the handwriting is on the wall. But hold up, it ain't no wall to look at the handwriting, but it is a wall that you can see the handwriting when it come to Colin Kaepernick in the NFL. But let's flip the script though, left-handed. What type of drama will come with signing Colin Kaepernick? Your thoughts?
None. I feel like already, again, we talked about it earlier, the Baltimore Ravens are, fully accepting of Colin Kaepernick into their locker room if that happens. And I think that a lot of teams would be, you know what I mean, for the simple fact that they would have to have him as a teammate. So regardless of, his affiliations or what he does or what he doesn't agree to, I think you got to see past that. So I think if ownership of some team takes a stand and goes out and makes it happen, that doesn't mean that they don't believe in the United States of America and all that. Knock it off. That's just a crutch. That doesn't believe that. It believes that they, believe this man can help them win and do what they need to do to get to the next level. And that's all it should be about. That's all it should ever be about. But you want to make it about something else, and that's on you. And like Rev said, the proof is in the pudding, man. All the players in the NFL, you take 53 players on the roster, you time it about 32, you do the math. Okay? He's a 39th selling jersey in the league. He's not even in the league. So what does that tell you? Somebody is supporting this dude. So again, that would feed into my topic earlier when I said if a team takes a chance on Colin Kaepernick, you'll have a support system out there. You might have some new fans. Screw the ones who don't want him to be on the team because of some nonsense. How many times do they stand up for the flag when they at home watching the game? Oh, yeah, you front and perpetrate the fraud. You stand out there, you stand in the seat because that's the thing to do.
But that's just.
But do they stop selling hot dogs? Do they stop taking tickets? Do they stop making money? Does everything stop? Knock it off. No, it don't.
That's right.
So beat me in the head with that. Do not. Good. So you can't tell that to me. I'm not going to buy it. If you're breaking it down as simple as him not, so-called respecting your flag, you got people burning the flag. You got people dressing up in the flag. You got people stepping on the flag. Huh? They still got jobs. Huh? Come on, man.
When you think about the national anthem, I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran.
So am I.
At,
So am I.
at times, Def, ain't it? I be at basketball games or events or whatever, and they be doing the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, I take a moment to stop, but I mean, then I keep on moving. And I'm not the only one who does it. I see a whole lot of other people do it. But I don't see nobody sitting there throwing those stones at me. I don't see nobody sitting there throwing stones at other people while they moving around the national anthem. The man took a knee because he don't feel at home in America.
Right.
And if he don't feel like that, it reminds me to the brothers that stood up with the black fist in the 68 Olympics or whatever? 69
Yes,
Olympics?
Sir.
So at the end of the day, at the time, they was crucified, man, for what they did. Hell, we can go as far as Muhammad Ali. He was crucified for what he did by saying he wasn't going to Vietnam. They stripped that man to the core. Only thing they ain't.
What about when George Foreman waved the American flag in the ring at the Olympics?
See what I mean? So at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the whole situation, I'ma say this: the effects of what Colin Kaepernick did. Okay, as far as taking the knee, guess what? It really won't be effective of what he was trying to get, his point he was trying to get across. It really won't be effective. He really won't get the full honor and respect for what he was trying to do. The message he was trying to deliver to that man is almost old and gray. Ask Ali. Ask them boys that ran track. Ask George Foreman. Understand this. What Colin Kaepernick did is something that's actually part of American history right now. But it really won't be recognized in history for not another 25, 30 years from now. By that time, that man will be 50 or 60 years old. And they'll be giving him all types of awards, all types of medals and honors. And you see, it's Ali. That's the brothers that I'm just saying, man. This is what America do. Oh,
they be naming schools after him.
Oh, you so wrong now. Oh, we mad at you for doing. You done disrespect the veterans. Oh, you disrespect the monkey's ass. Oh,
they gonna want to put him on the $10 bill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In 2050 or something, 2017 now, in 2047, they will have a Colin Kaepernick dollar bill running around here, a Colin Kaepernick penny. A Colin Kaepernick humanitarian award. A Colin Kaepernick school of nip bend down on your knee. A school of Kaepernick grow your bushy bush. A school of Colin Kaepernick for the light-skinned black people. A school of Colin Kaepernick for the dark-skinned black people. I'm just saying, they gonna have it all left-handed. Hell, they might even have Colin Kaepernick frosted damn black flakes. You know what I'm saying? Frosted black flakes. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Can't you see Colin Kaepernick doing a remake of Michael Jackson? It doesn't make a difference if you're black or if you is white. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I feel like Colin Kaepernick, needs to be applauded, and I don't think that, giving him a job is gonna, still, stop the injustices that's going on with the cops turning off the cameras and doing all this nonsense. That's not going to stop it just because a team decides to take a chance on Colin Kaepernick. So why not just proceed as normal and go about your football business instead of trying to step over into what's going on in society, because society is not going to stop. You know what I mean? You want society to stop on Sundays and Thursdays, you know what I mean? and it does. But it's not going to stop in the grand scheme of things just because Colin Kaepernick got signed.
That's right.
And I feel like, and I'm wholeheartedly behind what he does because, again, he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's donated to much causes, you know what I'm saying? So, again, he was in, I think he's somewhere in New York, actually, at a parole office, you know, giving away, you know, sneakers and things of that nature, whatever, and advice and just being an inspiration to people that he's going to stand on his square. So it's not about he's just giving lip service. And like you said earlier in the show, how people like to do their good by, you know, having the cameras around and 1,000, you know, cameras and stuff like that. Look what I did for the poor people or the people that's beneath me. Nah, do that when the camera's not around.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need, you know what I'm saying? We need to know that you do it, but that doesn't have to be on no newspaper scale or in any magazines or on TV. And just do it out the goodness of your heart. That's because the camera's there.
Yeah, that's right. Don't. And I'm always a believer. You know, I'm famous for calling out players for that, especially in these parts. I used to lean on that boy RG3 hard. Oh yeah, man. Once you go to Southeast without them cameras, I see you all over the place. You ain't been to Southeast yet. And lo, guess what he had out there? A football camp in Anacostia. But guess what, though? That was the last time they seen him out there. But then you got DJ Swerger that the Washington Redskins just signed up. Guess what he was doing a couple of weeks back before training camp? He was in Southeast D.C., with the people trying to find some soul food. And when he found the soul food, he didn't get his food and leave and try to get free food or nothing. He sat down amongst the people, ate with the people, and I heard, guess what? He fed every damn body that was up in there. And guess what? And rolled out. And guess what? Wasn't a damn camera from the news, wasn't a damn reporter from the paper around him. He was just the mouth amongst the people. See, you can't never, ever forget where you come from. See, that's why I'm so uptight with Ray Lewis about this situation, left-handed. Because, see, somewhere along the way, Ray Lewis then forgot where he done came from. Ray Lewis then forgot about how his mama was out there working 2 jobs. He know why. See, Ray Lewis then forgot about his aunts, his uncles, his cousins, his grandmother, his grandfather that was out here putting their left in front of their right and marching for these same injustices that Colin Kaepernick said, you know what? I'm going to sit down on my knee on this because somebody got to make a little bit more noise about what's going on here in America. I can't continue to collect these paychecks and tell these young men and women that everything is going to be all right, that you can get this type of paycheck too, that they going to treat you the same way that they treat somebody else because their skin color is light. I can't sit here and tell these people that everything is all right. Colin Kaepernick, he took a knee, left-handed, and they said, man, go get the pool tables. Go get the balls off the pool table and find every black ball that you can on every pool table and take it off and put it in the bag. So if Colin Kaepernick try to move, we got a bag with some black balls in them. Did I just say too much? Left-handed? But Ray Lewis seemed to forgot how he was on trial for murder, for killing somebody. Did nobody tell you to shut your mouth, Ray Lewis? Tell you keep your private to yourself? I recall a whole bunch of people stood behind you. They didn't chastise you in the public's eye, but if they had something to say to you, Ray Lewis, they pull you to a side. And maybe they might whisper in your ear what you need to do so that the media, these owners, couldn't feel like they justified on how they treating you. But yet and still, though, I'm Ray Lewis. I'm going to hype you up on national TV. But did I really hype you up? Or was it me just running my mouth, forgetting from which where I came from which where some of my people are still in? Because I'm not spending all my money that I got on my family. Man, maybe on all these kids I done made along the way. What about these baby mamas, Ray Lewis, before you got married? See what I'm talking about? What about when they was talking about you probably was smoking a little reefers here and there when you was in college? See what I mean, Ray Lewis? But see, I can go and pull a card or two on folk every now and then. Because some people seem to forget which where they came from which where their footsteps have traveled along the way. And you want to tell this man to shut his mouth. Michael Vick, Mr. He want to tell somebody to cut his hair. You better go tell your brother Marcus to get his damn act in order. So Virginia police stop locking his ass up every other damn month. But you want to tell Colin Kaepernick to cut his hair. Get your own damn house in order before you try to start bringing the mop and the broom into somebody else's house and calling yourself the clean-up man for the clean-up woman. I'm just, Left Hand, you go ahead and close this out, man.
I just feel like, at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick is just getting, the run around, played out, screwed, however you want to slice it. We know what it is. But we have to look at the bigger picture, man. And again, it happens every day. When a kid gets pulled over for, doing, cutting the grass, or he gets, stereotyped for walking down the street, he's put in a box, literally and figuratively. So that's basically what the NFL has done with Colin Kaepernick. They put him in a box. They feel like if they can silence him and keep him from, doing what he loves to do, what he gets paid to do, he'll, silence his stance. And maybe it'll work and maybe it won't. But I think that for what he's done enough to earn the respect of everybody, outside the game, inside the game. And if the owners just looked at it from a bigger picture point of view, I think that somebody will take a chance on him, and I hope that they do. But it is what it is, man. That's what we are as a society, man. You kind of shun somebody, and no matter what they do, man, as long as they stand on their square, they don't really, acquiesce. Muhammad Ali didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like the Rev spoke on it earlier, and he was, vilified. You know what I mean? But he stood proper. He stood on the square. He stood what he believed in, and that was right, and it was just, and it was true. So again, all the people who stand on their square always, get shunned. And again, money is not the solvent for everything. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to stand on principle, man. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Shout out to Rev Team, man, for letting me come rock. I do what I do, man, every Monday. Now trending 5 o'clock to 5:30, Miami247.tv. 8 o'clock, What About That Game? California Radio, 8 to 9 p.m. We get it in every Monday night. Check it out. 323-870-3950. I had Rev T on the show. He gets busy. You know what it is on Monday nights. Then Tuesday night, man, after Further Review 2.0, a.k.a. the Sideline Pass, I do my thing live and direct on the Action VR Network. All right, Whack for Bob. Let me do my thing for 2 hours from 8 to 10. 954-246-0398. We really get busy over there. I got 2 hours, man. I stretch it out and go crazy with it. Fridays, man, it's shutdown for it. Doing what I do. Kane the Ice, what up? And that's it, man. We got some things coming on, man. Urban Arenas coming up, man. That's the new situation that we got popping off with me and a bunch of other cats that's like-minded individuals. And Rev T, man, whatever you know, need me to come through, man. I'm in the building, man. I'm around, man. I do what I do. And holla at me, man. At RM Deaths on Twitter, left-handed. All right. After further review on Facebook, check us out. Give us a shout. Let us know what's on your mind. All right. Yeah, I'm about to slide off. Rev T, what's good?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you so much, y'all. That's left-handed in the building. At RM Deaths on Twitter, y'all go give him a follow. And if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know where to find him. I ain't gonna put his government name out, but if you
don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't gonna do it to you. You know we old school, man. But if you a friend of mine, then you'll find out who he is and a friend of yours. But listen here, though, man. As always, I tell it to the young, I tell it to the old. Come to the Sports Revival to fill up your soul. Because guess what? We don't report the sports. We just sit here and talk about them. Hey, y'all, it's been a pleasure being with y'all right here on Mount Top Network Radio. It's the Rev T Sports Revival. We're going to be doing more segments about hot topics in the NFL, NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, hell, anything that's happening in the world of sports, right here on Mountaintop Network Radio, where the people's voices can be heard. It's a sports revival, baby. I'm Tavon Fennell at the Real Rev T. That's RM Deaths, left-handed building. Did I say left-handed in the building? Yeah, I did say left-handed in the building. Yeah. Watch with us, baby. Ow.
Ow.